from Scott in the system. And today our guest is Jenine Stanley of Era IO. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, Scott. Thank you for having me.
Uh, how did you become involved with Era?
Well, I became involved initially because I was a user of the service and it met my needs incredibly well and I really felt excited about it and wanted to be a part of it. And then I was in the right place at the right time when a friend of mine left the position that I'm in now to take another job and recommended me. And so as I always tell people who are looking for a job, it's all about who you know. And so I have been with IRA, which is oddly enough how you pronounce it. Doesn't look that way, but it is pronounced IRA. And I've been with them since May of 2019.
How did Ira get started?
That is a great question. Well, IRA got started in 2014 or so with an idea, and it was started by a man named Suman Kanaganti, and he happened to be on an airplane sitting next to a blind person who was worked in communications, pretty high level executive person, and they were just talking about things, and the person said to him, the biggest problem that I have is access to visual information. And Suman, who is an engineer and a visionary and a bunch of things, said, you know what? I think we can solve this with Google Glass. And at the time, Google Glass was fairly new. And he thought, wow, what if I could make an app that would connect blind people through the camera in Google Glass to a trained agent who would describe what they wanted in a more professional way than maybe just friends and family. And in 2015, they incorporated the company as IRA, and the rest is almost history. We had our first, we had our first product in July of 2016. We began actually selling subscriptions to the service for people. So we've been around for a bit, but we're still a pretty new idea.
Now, when you say glasses, is that like a camera type setup that helps see for the vision impaired?
Yes,
Okay,
exactly. And I actually have a pair here.
okay,
Let me see. I can show you these. They are Google Glass,
oh,
and
okay,
these are made by the Envision AI company,
okay.
let'senvision.com, and we partner with them to support these glasses. So, with their software, we have a hook in their software where you can actually call an agent using the glasses, and they will use this camera right there in the front, and then that provides the point of view for our agent. Typically, our agent would look through the back facing camera of your cell phone, but often people don't want to be having to hold their phone up like that and tilt it. And there have been some issues, particularly in the UK, where people's phones have been stolen when they've been using the service. And so we wanted to make a hands free experience that would really help the most number of people. And Envision happened to have glasses ready for us.
Uh, for our next question, do people need to install an app?
Yes, we have, and the app is free. It is available on iOS and Android, and we are very soon, toward the end of the month, going to be putting out a major update for our app. So stay tuned for that. But the app is called Aira, AIRA, and it is visual description, I believe, is what the App Store says. And this is a visual interpreting app. So our agents are visual interpreters, which means they're sort of like a sign language interpreter in that they have training on how to give directions, how to assess a situation that they see, All right, you are in the mall. There is a store to your left. It is the Gap. There is a store to your right that is Build-A-Bear. If you walk straight, you will come up to an island in the middle of the aisle, things like this. So they're very detailed in what they can give you in terms of information. They also have a number of other things that they can do, but you will install the app, you will sign into the app with your phone number, and then you can get one free 5-minute phone call per day, or you can subscribe to one of our monthly plans. And that's how you will be able to access the service. You can also use one of our free access offers, and this is where we partner with businesses and government organizations around the country and actually around the world to allow you to use the service for free while you're using their product, while you're at their location, etc.
What would the subscription fee typically be?
Well, we have a number of new subscription prices that just came out, and I had a feeling you were going to ask me that, so let me grab my price sheet here. Well, we have, for example, 15 minutes per month would cost you $26 in US dollars per month, and that rate is, you're not tied into a contract, so you can try it for a month and then stop your plan and sign up again for another month at a different period of time, etc. So we have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, and those are generally our lower priced plans, and they range from $26 to $84 a month. And then we have higher priced plans that go all the way up to 800 minutes. And you can share these plans with other people as well. So if it looks like, wow, I don't think I can afford $84 to use 50 minutes per month, but wait, I can share that with someone and we can both benefit from that amount of minutes and that amount of money.
Okay. And you said you guys are affiliated with like public places, I'm guessing, to use it for free.
Yes, and one of the public places, particularly in your area, is the Grand Rapids Public Museum. We were really excited whenever they came on board. Also, the Meijer stores, any Meijer grocery slash large store, or the believe it's Fresh Time markets that are associated with Meijer. You can use our service free in those stores or at Meijer.com if you're ordering things online. And that way an agent can hook up to your computer through an app called TeamViewer, and they can go into your computer and control it if you want, or you can simply have them look at the screen for you and you do all the work of controlling your computer. But yeah, those are two big ones that we have. We also have Target and Target.com, so any Target store in the US, any Starbucks store in the US, Nationwide Insurance, anytime you're using nationwideinsurance.com, Bank of America, at a Bank of America branch or an ATM or bankofamerica.com. We also have TD Bank. I'm not sure if we have TD Bank this far west in the country. I know it's an East Coast thing, but TD Bank is certainly there as well.
Hello, my name is Scott and I have lived independently now for 30 years with cerebral palsy. Thank you for visiting my channel Scott and the System. I have a podcast by the same name. I talk to mostly nonprofit services for the disabled community. I also like to talk about being an entrepreneur affiliate marketer. If you would like to be on my podcast, you can email me at scott@scottanthesystem.com. Be sure to visit my website as at www.scottanthesystem.com. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for dropping by and have a blessed day.
Could you show us how Ira helps the vision impaired?
Sure, let me go ahead and I'm going to turn my speech on here.
Ira Explorer, beta.
And this is our new app, so I'm going to go in here. And
From the developer.
Ah.
Ira Explorer, version 1, X5, what to test. Privacy mode, next button. Start testing.
Sorry about
Ira
that.
Explorer. Home. Heading.
Okay, now I am in our home screen, and all I have to do is go to the middle.
Screen curtain off.
There we go.
Okay.
I always forget. See, this is the part about being blind. I forget to turn on the lights. I forget to turn my screen curtain off. But there we go. That's our home
Okay.
screen. That's our brand new. Yep. And I'm
Okay.
just going to hit that
Call
button
an Ira agent.
in the middle. Call an Ira agent.
Loading. Calling Ira. Waiting for agent. Waiting for agent. Connecting to agent.
Hello,
Connected with
Jenny.
agent.
This
Rolling.
is Rolly with Ira. What would you like to do today?
Hi, Rolly. We are doing a podcast with Scott, who is up here on the Zoom screen. And I was wondering if you could describe Scott to me.
Okay, so currently I see the Zoom settings option kind of blocking the video
Oh, no.
from Scott. Is it possible to hit the X button on that or maybe escape?
Yeah, let's see if we can escape out of that. Oh, and see, this is the kind of information, Scott, that the agent could tell me, because if I were to use my screen reader, everything would look perfectly fine and I would not know that you were covered up.
Right. Right.
Okay, let's try that.
Alright. Oh, now it says waiting for the host to start the meeting.
Oh dear. Okay,
And something else popped up. Do you mind if I take a picture?
sure.
It kind of came out grainy next dialog box here.
Absolutely. And
Thank you.
taking a picture is often what the agents do so that they can zoom in on things and get a better look at them.
Indeed. All right, so this is please speak to your microphone. If you cannot use the volume indicator, select a different mic. Oh, I see. It's just
That's our testing the
result.
audio.
Yeah.
And we'll go
There
one.
we go. All right.
There we
So
go. And
I see the cursor moved to original sound onto the video format, but the settings box is
still up there. Oops. And no, I don't want to leave the call. There we go. And actually, Scott, this is how somebody would do troubleshooting on their computer with the agent if something was not working or you needed to know what screens. And normally I would have my screen reader going, but I think that would drive both of us crazy. So, Rolly, what are some of the other things that you have done, like, well, let's say today with customers?
Yeah, so part of IRA really involves a lot of versatility. So when it comes to the tasks that I get to do, that we get to do, really, it just depends on the explorer themselves. So I helped somebody earlier answer questions under a timed portion of a test for an interview that she had to do.
Oh, wow.
And so that involved trying to be quick and efficient, as well as work with the explorer to see if she felt I was giving her timely information, like the information as fast as I could. So I even asked her if she had any ways for me to improve on that so that the test could go as best as possible. And so besides reading the questions, reading the answers, and anything that needed to be edited as to those answers, I was able to provide that visual information.
Wow. Wow, that sounds like a job. Hopefully she got the job.
I hope so.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Rolly. Have a great day.
You're welcome, Janine. Well, I hope everything gets resolved here with Scott. Hope you two have a nice day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Well,
Back.
And now that call will hang up and we will have a rating screen here where we can rate Rolly on the call. We can put some notes in and those notes will go to him anonymously. So he will just get the follow-up that we thought he did a great job or whatever we need. And then we can rate the app as well if we had any difficulties with the app itself. And that's really how it works. Agents do things like, oh, I got a new microwave and I need to put some braille labels on it, or can you tell me what the buttons are? Can you tell me what this screen says? I got an error message on a touch screen and I need to know what to do. Agents do that quite a bit. They can do even fun things. Well, not actually fun, but cleaning up after your dog, let's say. In fact, I use this when I travel just to make sure I didn't miss a spot. And when I'm cleaning up after my guide dog. So agents can even help with that kind of thing.
Well, wow, that's something that the typical person would not even think of.
And I'm sure you know, whenever you go into a hotel room, a new hotel room, trying to figure everything out, like the thermostat. That's probably one of the first things I do with an agent when I get to a hotel room is, how does the thermostat work? How can I change it to, make it cooler in there usually? And what is the best route to get from the front door to the elevator? They can definitely help with things like that. IRA is also free in many airports. Unfortunately, not Detroit. We're working on them, but certainly I believe we are free in Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, all around. And that way I can go through the airport and not have to work with an airport helping service, escort service, unless I really want to. And that really helps me. It also frees up that service for people who really, really need it and may have no other way to get through the airport.
By chance, how does Zero R Ford Airport stack up? That's
Oh,
here in Grand Rapids.
oh, okay. And you know what? They are not actually in our airport network. Some of the
Oh,
smaller airports aren't. However, Grand Rapids is not that small. And so we tell people, if that is your home airport and you think IRA could help you get around that airport, we have been recommended by the American Association of Airport Executives for airports around the country. And if they want more information, they can give us a call or they can email access@ira.io. But one of the best things to do is go to the airport, get their ADA coordinator, and give them a demonstration. Show them how it works and how the agent actually helps you get through, navigate the airport. And here's something people don't think about, Scott. And you probably know this. When you go to the airport, sometimes you get airport help and they park you in one place and you don't really know where anything is. So you're a little concerned about, going off to maybe find a bottle of water or something to eat, because are you going to be able to get back in time to get your flight? Or are you going to get help maybe in the airport store to get your water, to get your snack, whatever? Well, with IRA, I can just get up and go wherever I want. I can check in at the gate, then I can go find the restroom, I can go buy whatever it is I want and come back and know that I'm going to get there and I'm not going to have to worry about getting bad directions or imposing on anybody else in the airport. So it's really huge in that respect.
wow. I don't really travel myself, but I can only imagine what that's like,
Exactly.
especially if you're not that familiar with the airport to begin with.
Yes. In fact, in about a month, I have to go to Los Angeles, and I am not that familiar with the Los Angeles airport, and it's huge. So, luckily, it is one of our access airports, and so I will not have any difficulty at all getting through there.
Wow, I hope that goes well for you. And just by chance, I know the director of disability advocates here in Kent County. So I'll be talking with him. You'll say, hey, what's up here? We gotta get our airport on board.
Well, if you know Casey Duttmer, he's one of our explorers, and he was the one who got Meyer to come on board. He also got the Grand Rapids Public
Okay.
Museum to come on board. So, yeah, Casey's a great guy. If you happen to know him, give him a shout out, and he will definitely be right there with you.
Okay. I'll remember that. Oh, this available in certain areas.
Actually, we are available to anyone with a phone number in the United States, and that can be anyone from anywhere in the world who has a SIM card that allows you to have a US phone number. We're also available in Canada, in the UK and the Republic of Ireland, in Australia, and in New Zealand. And like I said, anywhere else in the world where you can get a phone number in one of those particular areas. So we have customers from, let's see, Italy, Germany, India, everyone. English is our primary language. We do have some availability of Spanish. So if Spanish is your primary language, we have limited accessibility there. We also have French in a very limited capacity as well for our folks up in Canada. And so those are pretty much the places where we're available. But anywhere in the US, you can definitely sign up.
How can individuals become access partners?
That is a great question. So, to become an access partner, you would be the person typically at the business or the government agency that would take care of accommodations, either the ADA coordinators, sometimes employee resource groups will recommend us because we do have a special focus on employment. A lot of people use IRA in their jobs. And we have some very big employers, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and then we have some very small employers, small businesses, or even business owners who use the service to access print information that they come across in their job. And so, what we typically do is talk to those people and show them the service, tell them how it can benefit them, and then we sign them up. And once we have signed them up with the contract, which is typically 1 to 3 years, then we give them reports on the service. All of your information is confidential, so we don't give out any data about you personally. We give out general analysis of how many calls the access partner gets, things like that. And then we will also help them with PR if that's something that they want to do as well. So that's our access partner. Now, we're also run by agents. IRA agents are the backbone of what we do, and they are people, we are always hiring, and we tell people, please come take the test. It's not easy to get in. Only about 2% of the people that apply actually get chosen to go through the agent training program. So it's hard to become an agent, but once you do, it's well worth it. It is a part-time job at this point. You can work as many hours as you like over the 10-hour per week minimum. But we would love, oops, there we go. We would love to have more people come in and apply as agents. And you can do that by going to ira.io/careers. And that page will get you to our agent section that's going to tell you all of the requirements to become an agent and get you started on the process.
Okay. That's good to know. Oh.
And actually, we have a number of agents who have disabilities that they are wanting to work at home, and they can use their visual skills, and this is a great job because you can work as often or, as little as you want. You can vary your shift, things like that. So people with things like chronic fatigue syndrome, any of those quote-unquote invisible disabilities. We also have veterans and military spouses. A lot of them actually work as IRA agents. But we are 6 to 6, 7 days a week, so you can even call us on the weekend. And our customer care folks will be happy to give you any information that you need about signing up, about any particulars about the service. And I can give you the 800 number and the email if you would like.
Okay, sure.
Okay, it is 800 835 1934. That's 800 835 1934. And the email is support@ira.io.
Okay. I'll put that up in text format in my video during the editing process.
Absolutely. Well, that would be great.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would be so excited for you to download the app and just try it out in Meyer.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you are so welcome, Scott. I listened to several episodes of your podcast, and you're doing great work.
Oh, thank you very much. Of course, I had a little bit of a dry spell here lately, but yeah. Well, I guess we all gotta start somewhere, I
Oh,
guess.
yeah. That's okay. I do our podcast here for Ira, and we have had so many changes and so much work going on that I haven't been able to get a regular podcast episode out. So that's what I'm going to be working on later today.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, you are so welcome. Have a great one.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Scott and I have lived independently now for 30 years with cerebral palsy. Thank you for visiting my channel Scott in the System. I have a podcast by the same name. I talk to mostly nonprofit services for the disabled community. I also like to talk about being an entrepreneur affiliate marketer. If you would like to be on my podcast, you can email me at scott@scottinthesystem.com. Be sure to visit my website as at www.scottinthesystem.com. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for dropping by and have a blessed day.